Hello everyone, this is the DaSheepKing channel with DaSheepKing and DaSheepKiller here, and welcome to this video. And what is the point of this video, you may ask? Well, you read the title, didn't you? It's 20 questions. Both DaSheepKing and I are going to answer 20 different questions. You may have heard of an older video that I did that's just like this, playing 20 questions with DaSheepKiller. Well, I'm doing it again, but updated, and with some different questions. So all those questions, well, some of them were dumb questions that don't really make sense, and other ones, my answers are just different. Well, our answers are just different. So let's get into it here, no more wasting time. Question number 1, we're going to take turns reading these, but yeah, I'll go first. Question number 1, what's your real name? My real name, as you may know, is Corey. And what about you, DaSheepKing?
My real name is Curtis. Okay, and now the second question here is, how old are you? If you recall from the other video, which you probably don't, but in that video, DaSheepKiller said he was 16 and I said I was 14, but it's been like 4 years since then, so now I am 18.
Yep, and I'm 20. I'll be turning 21 this year, and DaSheepKing will be turning 19. Isn't that something? But now on to question number 3 here, what's your favorite color? That has not changed. My favorite color is blue.
And my favorite color is pink. That hasn't changed either. And our channel colors are still the same as well. The sheep colors are blue and green, mine are pink and purple.
Okay, now on to question number 4. Well, you read this, DaSheepKing.
What inspired you to do YouTube?
Well, that's also obviously not changed since the first video. I started because I just wanted to, because Scully and Yara Senpai were doing YouTube at the time. They're not anymore, but they were at the time, and I wanted to do the same thing. Of course, nowadays, between the three of us, I'm the only one still doing YouTube. But that's how it is.
And I started YouTube to defeat the sheep killer, because we are rivals after all.
Yeah, and you weren't really suitable competition until recently.
Yes, we'll get into that later. Now for question number 5 here.
What's the best video you've made? My best video, huh? Hard to say. I don't think I can pick out a favorite video, but there are multiple videos I am quite proud of. Some videos I made last year, like Portal 2 highlights with Scully, and all my Minecraft hardcore videos. Those kind of stuff. I like those videos. What about you, DaSheepKing?
My favorite video that I've made is Out of Context Scott the Waz.
You're just saying that because it got insane views, aren't you?
Maybe. Maybe not. But I suppose if you were to exclude that video from the mix, it would be Sheepcraft Part 1. I like the editing I did in that, even to this day, even though it's an old video.
Alright, and now on to question number 6.
What gets on your nerves the most?
Being called a sheep, when I'm clearly not. DaSheepKing's a sheep, but not me. I'm a sheep killer, okay? Look at my skin. Does this look like a sheep to you? No, it looks like a creeper, because it is a creeper.
And the thing I said before, which is still the case now, is the sheep killer yelling. I just hate it. It's such an annoying, cringy voice. And I don't know why anyone would ever have such an annoying voice. That's just stupid.
But now on to question number 7. Who's your favorite YouTuber? Back in the previous Q&A, I said that it was really freaking clever. That has changed since he doesn't really upload anymore. And also my opinions in general have changed. I still like his videos. We even did a Out of Context Really Freaking Clever on this channel, which you can watch right now if you want. Well, after this video. Watch this video first, then watch that. Yeah, so I still like his videos and stuff, and his streams and all that. I got nothing against him. It's just that there's other YouTubers I like more. Like Psycho and Scott the Waz. I just prefer them over Really Freaking Clever. They also upload way more often than him, of course. Those 3 would all be in top 5, alongside like Choco Conroy and I don't know who else would be in there, but those 4 would be in there. And yeah, what about you, DaSheepKing?
Previously I said my favorite YouTuber was Pink Sheep, but that's not really the case anymore. I don't have near as much respect for Pink Sheep as I used to. I used to see him as my father, even though he, like, abandoned me day one. He never really was a father. But yeah, my favorite YouTuber nowadays, I'd say it's Scott the Waz.
Of course you'd say that.
It's not just because the compilations get me views. I genuinely love his videos. They're really well made, and neither of us will ever be able to compete with him. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, you got that right. The two of us can compete all we want, but we'll never stand up to the likes of Scott the Waz. It's just how things will be. Anyway, on to the next question.
What's your power level? My power level is 69.
And mine is 420. What about you, Roshan?
My power level is 2.
That was a joke question, but At least it's not as it's not a dumb joke question like the ones from 4 years ago. Anyway, next question: who's your favorite character in the MCCU other than yourself?
What does MCCU mean?
The Minecraft Creative Cinematic Universe.
You could have just said DaSheepKiller Cinematic Universe at that point.
You're right, but yeah, it's from the Minecraft Creative series, that whole story stuff. So who are our favorite characters other than ourselves? I would have to say there's not really many developed characters within that story other than Dasheep King and DaSheepKiller, so I'd have to go with Sheepku Black.
Isn't that actually just you?
Well, yes, but actually no. You see, he's from an alternate timeline, and he swap bodies with you, and then so he has his own personality at that point. He basically becomes his own character. He's no longer another DaSheepKiller like, say, future DaSheepKiller is.
I mean, you've got a point there. Well, I suppose he might be my favorite character as well. Oh, no. Never mind. Second favorite, behind Jeff.
Oh yes, how can I forget about Jeff? Jeff is amazing. The most developed and overpowered character in the entire series. I'd say he's my second favorite, yeah. Very close second, though. Sheepku Black barely beats him due to character development. Yeah. But anyway, question number 10.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
Mine hasn't changed, obviously. It's still Raichu. I don't think that'll ever change. And Raichu did get a regional form, but I like both regular and Alolan Raichu equally. I prefer using Alolan Raichu in battle, but I still like both Raichus.
As for me, my favorite actually has changed. My favorite used to be Ampharos. And I do love that whole evolution line, the Mareep line. But as you know, the Galar region gave us a new line of sheep Pokemon. So my favorite Pokemon is now Wooloo.
That makes sense. Who doesn't like Wooloo? Even I like Wooloo, and I usually hate sheep. I even have a Wooloo plush here in my room, which you can't see because there's no camera here. Now on to question number 11. What's your favorite Minecraft mob? This has not changed from last time either. Mine is the Creeper.
And mine is the sheep.
Well, I hate creepers in survival, but I do like their design and all that stuff. That's why my skin is a creeper. If you were to say that survival, being annoying in survival, kind of hinders it, then I would say the wolf at that point probably, or maybe the pig. One of those two. But from a design standpoint alone, the creeper's my favorite. That's why it's my skin and was the mascot at some point before Magnemite took that role. And Wooloo to an extent. Wooloo appears on my channel art, and there's no explanation necessary for DaSheep King's favorite mob being the sheep. I mean, it's in his name. It's in my name too, but I'm not a sheep. We've established this already.
Yes, and now on to question number 12. How tall are you?
Now guys, back in the previous one, I goofed and said I was 6'2". I don't know why I said that. I don't know if that was a blatant lie or if I was somehow misinformed of my own height, but I'm actually 6 foot. And now, DaSheep King, you can answer your question as well.
Back in the previous video, I believe I said I was like 5'4" or 5'5", somewhere around there. But I was only 14 at the time, and now I'm 18. I've hit a growth spurt since then, so now I've gotten way taller, and I'm now 5'11".
I'm still way taller than you.
What? But I'm only an inch shorter than you.
Don't you know, DaSheep King? 6 foot is way taller than 5'11".
Yeah, whatever. Let's move on to the next question here.
What is your favorite game series? Now, some of you may think that mine would be Minecraft or especially Pokemon, but that's actually not true. My favorite game series is The Legend of Zelda. Those games are more consistently good than the Pokemon series, in my opinion. But yeah, I just really like the Zelda games. I have Let's Play Minish Cap on the channel. You can check that out if you want. I also plan to do a 3-heart challenge at one point. I mean, I uploaded part 1 to that, but I haven't continued any Let's Plays in a long time. I don't know when I'll continue that, but I will at some point. Yeah, Minish Cap is a really good game, and so are all the other Zelda games I've played. I've never fully played through the original 2 games or the Oracle games, but I've played everything else, and I enjoyed them all. Oh, I haven't played the multiplayer games either. But do those really count? I mean, they kind of do, but also not really. Yeah, I haven't played the originals, the Oracle games, or the multiplayer games, which would be the Four Swords games and Triforce Heroes. I haven't played those 7 games, but I played every other entry in the series, and I really like them all. What say you, DaSheep King?
I would have to say my favorite would be... I honestly have no clue. I could agree with you, but I don't want to, so I'll just say my favorite game series is... Minecraft.
On to the next question here, though. I guess you gotta read this, DaSheep King.
What's your current sub goal?
Well, my long-term sub goal is 1,000 subscribers, obviously, but my current one is also more obviously 600 subscribers, but I would also really like to hit 1,000 someday.
And as for me, Well, we just hit 200, so my next goal will be just to pass up the other The Sheep King channel and subscribers. There's another channel out there that's also called The Sheep King. It has like 265 subscribers or something like that. So my sub goal would just be anything beyond that. And once that happens, I don't know if I have a sub goal at that point anymore. I mean, we'd be close to 300, so I guess that would be it, but I wouldn't say I care for subs that much after that.
Yeah, so that's our sub goals, which hopefully we both hit someday. And on to the next question here, though. Who's your main in Smash Bros? I don't know about a definitive main, but I really like playing as Ganondorf. I just like the playstyle. It might be low on tier lists, but I've never cared for tier lists. I just like playing as Ganondorf and landing those strong attacks like the forward smash and the neutral B. It's just really fun, and I've broken shields with up smash before, which is also really fun. I've made some Smash Bros. Smash Ultimate Highlights videos where you could sometimes see how I play as Ganondorf. I just like playing as the character.
And my main would be Ness.
Why Ness?
Because he's annoying. I like annoying other players.
You're one of those people. Okay. On to the next question here. You gotta read it, Sheep King.
What's the worst video you've made? The worst video, huh?
I couldn't think of a definitive best, and I don't think I could think of a definitive worst either. But I have made some weird videos in the past. So it would have to be one of my older videos for sure. Something from like the 2016 to 2017 era would be most likely. But yeah. And now, what say you, Sheep King?
What video am I least proud of? I haven't uploaded that much. But I suppose I could say the Pokemon Clover videos. I'd just say Let's Playing that game in general was a mistake. Which is why I'd say all those would be a tie for my worst video. Because, yeah. I thought I would like that game. I thought it would suit the humor of my channel. It ended up not suiting at all. It ended up being a bit of a cringe game. So yeah, basically, Let's Playing that game was a mistake. I still have those videos public, but I wouldn't say I'd recommend going back to watch them. Like, if you ever wanted to binge watch my older videos, I'd say you could skip the Pokemon Clover videos.
Okay. Now on to the next question here. It's question number 17. Yeah, we're on number 17 now. I haven't been naming the numbers, but we're on number 17 now, so we're pretty close to the end. If you could work with any YouTuber, who would it be? I would say, if I could work with a YouTuber, it would be Scott the Woz. I would just like to appear in a Scott the Woz episode one day, and what do you know, in a recent tweet of his, that actually has a bit of a chance of happening now, with the whole earthquake clip thing. So yeah, it could happen. That would be a dream come true if it did happen. If I could work with any YouTuber, it would probably be Scott the Woz, or maybe someone else, but any of my favorite YouTubers, I wouldn't really care which. If I had a chance to appear with any one of them, that would be amazing. What about you, Sheep King?
I'd probably say the same thing.
Okay, we agreed again. Now on to question number 18.
If you could have any game ported or remade for Nintendo Switch, what would it be?
I would like to have the Pokemon Coliseum and XD games put on Switch. Whether it's a simple port, or if they update it to have Gen 8 mechanics. Either way, I'm good, as long as the games are on Switch. I just want those games playable on modern hardware. They're not right now. The newest system you can play it on is the Wii. I think you can play GameCube games on the Wii U if you mod your Wii U, but that's modding it, which is just as much in a legal gray area as using an emulator. So yeah, I just want it on Switch, so I can play it on my TV and on the go as well. That would be amazing. It'll probably never happen, but that would be awesome, because I've gone back and played the Pokemon Coliseum and XD games recently, and they're still really good games. Like, they have some outdated Gen 3 mechanics, but apart from that, they've aged pretty well, and I really like the games, so I'd like to see them playable on modern hardware.
For what I would pick, I'd say Kirby Air Ride. I want Kirby Air Ride on Switch, or maybe even a new Kirby Air Ride game.
What would also be cool would be like a sequel to Pokemon XD on Switch. On to question number 19. What's your least favorite Pokemon? So, a Pokemon I hate. I used to hate Delibird, but it's starting to become a bit of a joke on the channel, so I'm now starting to ironically like it. So I wouldn't say Delibird. And also some other random Pokemon, like Quillfish may have been a candidate, but while doing my playthrough of Pokemon Coliseum, I ended up growing to appreciate it, so I couldn't say Quillfish either. I honestly don't know if I'd really hate a Pokemon. I definitely don't despise any of them. So, just one that I'm just not a fan of. I couldn't name a particular one, but I will say that I'm not the biggest fan of the modern design philosophy of the Pokemon starters, specifically the final forms. Them having humanoid traits and designs is just kind of weird compared to how they did it back in the Gen 1 to 5 days. It's just, I'm just not a huge fan of it. Like, I would have rather had Layton's final form be an actual cat instead of what Incineroar is. I mean, I don't hate Incineroar, but still, there's missed potential there, in my opinion. And same with Cinderace. I actually dislike Cinderace more than Incineroar. I don't know, that's probably a hot take, but I don't care. I just wish the modern starters were as good as the older ones, because I'm not as much of a fan of those as the old ones. That's all I have to say there. What about you, DaSheepKing?
I would say Raichu.
You're just saying that to mess with me, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. My actual least favorite, Snubble.
Snubble? But it's pink. Wouldn't you like it because it's pink?
It's a disgrace to pink Pokemon everywhere.
I guess we don't need more context on that. But now on to question number 20, which is actually just targeted at you, DaSheepKing.
Oh really? Let me read it. Remember DaSheepKing's promise for 100 subscribers? Oh. I think I know what that's talking about.
What is it talking about?
I looked back at my older videos to make an out-of-context DaSheepKing compilation, and while watching the old 20 questions video, there was something that I said.
And that was?
Whenever we were talking about sub-goals, we also mentioned what we would do when hitting those sub-goals. You just made a joke, but I legitimately said that if I hit 100 subscribers, I would do a cover of Beep Beep I'm a Sheep.
Oh. I think I remember that now. You did say that.
I said it because I thought it would never happen. I was stuck in 20 subscriber limbo for the longest time. I figured 100 subscribers was a pipe dream, but it wasn't. It happened, and now I'm even at 200. Now 300 might even be a possibility. So, I think I have to do it.
Are you sure? You don't have to.
It has to be done. I'm a sheep of my word. And remember when you also embarrassed yourself when you didn't have to? The Fortnite dance?
Oh, you're right. I made that tweet saying I would Fortnite dance if Gen 8 was revealed, and then Gen 8 was revealed. I could have avoided it, but I did the Fortnite dance anyway, so I guess this is the same situation for you, huh?
Yeah, it is. So now, we're going to cut the video to me singing that cover. Alright, so, you should already know what's going on. I said that I'd have to do this if I hit 100 subscribers, and let's begin. Beep, 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 I'm a sheep, I said beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Beep, beep, I'm a sheep, I said beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Beep, beep, I'm a sheep, I said beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Beep, beep, I'm a sheep, I said beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Yeah. Now some of you might be wondering, how exactly do one beep, beep like a sheep? Take it away, Gabe. Step 1, throw your hands up and point them to the floor. Step 2, here's what to do. Now get down on all fours. Step 3, just bounce around. It's easy, follow me. Step 4, go crazy now when beep, beep like a sheep. Beep, beep, I'm a sheep, I said beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Beep, beep, I'm a sheep, I said beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Beep, beep, I'm a sheep, I said beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Beep, beep, I'm a sheep, I said beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Beep, beep, you got to beep, beep. I said beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Beep, beep, you got to beep, beep. I said beep, beep like a sheep. Yeah. So you know how to beep, beep like a sheep, I see. But is that all you could do? Step 1, throw your hands up and point them to the sky. Step 2, drop to the floor and move from side to side. Step 3, just bounce around. Come on, I'll show you how. Step 4, go crazy now and meow meow like a cow. Meow meow, I'm a cow. I said meow meow, I'm a cow. Meow meow, I'm a cow. I said meow meow, I'm a cow. Meow meow, I'm a cow. I said meow meow, I'm a cow. Meow meow, I'm a cow. I said meow meow, I'm a cow. Beep beep, you got to beep beep. I said beep beep, I'm a sheep. Beep beep, you got to beep beep. I said beep beep like a sheep. Beep beep, it's done. I did it. And hopefully I don't have to reattempt the recording. So that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. And like the video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, my fellow sheeps and not losers.